Did you know that most of what you think you know about St. Patrick might not even be true? He wasn't Irish. He didn't drink green beer. And no, he didn't single-handedly invent the idea of shamrocks and leprechauns. But what if I told you that we have an actual first-hand account of his life written by St. Patrick himself? And it's not just a historical curiosity, it's a deeply personal, raw, and surprisingly relatable story of faith, struggle, and redemption. The title of the book? The Confessio of St. Patrick. And if you read just one book this St. Patrick's Day, this should be it. Let's talk about why. Hi, I'm Father Roderick. I'm a priest and I'm a geek. I'm also an aspiring author of a fantasy story that takes place in early medieval Ireland. And I'm here to share with you the deeper layers of all these stories that you love. And today we're diving into the real story of St. Patrick, straight from the man himself. Before we get into the Confessio, let's clear up some common misconceptions about St. Patrick. First off, he wasn't Irish. Patrick was born in Roman Britain, modern-day England or Wales, in the late 4th or early 5th century. His life took a dramatic turn when he was kidnapped by Irish raiders as a teenager and sold into slavery in Ireland. For 6 years, he worked as a shepherd, completely alone in a foreign land. But during this time, something incredible happened. He found God. While he was shepherding, he prayed constantly, and one night he had a dream that led him to escape captivity and return home. But here's where it gets even more interesting. After making it back to Britain, he chose to return to Ireland. But this time not as a slave, but as a missionary, bringing Christianity to the very people who had once enslaved him. Now, why is the Confessio such an extraordinary book? Well, it's one of the only surviving documents written by St. Patrick himself. Everything else we know about him, it's written centuries later, often mixed with myths and legends, like that story of him chasing the snakes from the island. But the Confessio, it's raw, it's personal, and deeply human. So what makes this book so special? First of all, it's a story of transformation. Patrick goes from being a scared, enslaved teenager to a bold, determined missionary. He doesn't present himself as a hero. He openly admits his fears, his struggles, and his moments of weakness. Second reason why this book is so special. Patrick comes across as incredibly humble. He constantly downplays his own intelligence and abilities. He even apologizes for his poor Latin. But that just makes it even more authentic. This isn't a bishop showing off. It's a man looking back on his life and realizing that God was with him the whole time. The third reason this book is so incredible. It's a window into early Christianity. This isn't a medieval saint's tale full of miracles and grand battles. It's a first-hand look at how Christianity was spreading to the edges of the known world. It shows us the real fears, the real challenges, and the real courage of one of history's greatest missionaries. Before I continue, I'm just curious, how do you celebrate St. Patrick's Day? Do you celebrate it at all? Is it a thing in the country where you live? Just write it down in the comments. And if you have one more second, give this video a thumbs up and maybe also subscribe to the channel. That will greatly help me to reach more people. So, why should you read the Confessio this St. Patrick's Day instead of just wearing green and drinking some beer and calling it a day? Well, because this isn't just a historical document. It's a testament to faith, perseverance, and forgiveness. Patrick didn't just bring Christianity to Ireland. He became a symbol of what it means to trust God in the darkest moments of life. And that message is just as relevant today as it was 1500 years ago. And here's the best part. You don't have to hunt down an ancient manuscript in a dusty library. It's free to read online. It's short, and it's honestly one of the most inspiring reads that you will find this Lent. So if you want to go deeper this St. Patrick's Day, I challenge you, read the Confessio, or check out one of the audiobook versions of the book. And when you do, tell me in the comments what stood out to you the most. If you love exploring the deeper layers of history, faith, and storytelling, make sure to subscribe for more videos like this. And if you want to keep the conversation going, join my friendly and welcoming Discord community at fatherroderick.com/discord and geek out with fellow fans of history, books, and faith. Thanks for watching. Happy St. Patrick's Day.